how MG became amongst the only plants in the country to have such a high penetration of women workforce, we have with us Mr. Biju Balendran, who is the Deputy Managing Director at JSW MG India. Sir, welcome.
Thank you, Prerna.
It's a great feat that the battery assembly unit here has 80% women workforce penetration. Let's start with that. How did we get here and why is it important?
First of all, there was I don't want to call it a policy, but there's a philosophy to have more women in the shop floor. That brings in the more synergy in working and makes the environment more cozy for the people to work around. Now what has happened is here, we started with very low percentage initially in the plant itself, and today plant has got almost 40+%, 41% of women.
In how many years?
I joined in 22, I think it was around 30-35%, and we scaled to 10-15% in the last 2-3 years. And battery plant started last year, and we thought that we should have a very high percentage of penetration in battery plant. Today it's around 81%, and we are really proud to say that. There are many advantages of having women in this shop floor. One thing is the ergonomics of the lines. Like any station is designed or tuned for anyone to work. It can be a man, it can be women, it can be short, it can be tall. So we have green stations everywhere. So that makes it very clear that it's very environment friendly work environment we do in the plant. That's the first thing we have it. Second thing is from the point of view of having women in battery shop, there are a lot of precision works.
Right.
And we believe that precision works are managed well, and you can see that when you go there, the passion with which they work, the dedication and the DNA is filled with battery building passion. So that's something which we are trying to encourage and develop in the company.
Right, and these women are they local women you hire from all over the country? Like what is the penetration mix that you want to achieve, say, in next 5 years from now?
See, 80% in paint shop is a big achievement. 80% in battery shop is a big achievement. Paint shop, we actually above 50%. Okay. And we want across the company, want to achieve more than 50%. That's our target.
Yeah.
Now to achieve this 50%, we are also working on how to make they stay comfortable. Not just they stay comfortable. Most importantly, the parents, the guardians should feel that they are safe here.
Right.
So for that, we have built up 2 hostels. We have one hostel last year. We built a second hostel for them. We make sure the food is good. We make sure the transportation is safe for them up to the doorstep of the hostel, even at night shift. Have a second shift they're working. So all that activities make it very conducive for them.
Right.
And I would say that these hostels are made as a home away from home.
Right.
So it's not just a hostel or like a PG hostel. They have all the activities. All the festivities are celebrated there. They have a lot of indoor and outdoor activities to keep them engaged. Not only that, when the parents, somebody come, they also can stay there and get used to the environment. So that gives the feeling it's a home away from home, and the commitment and dedication to the organization is really going up.
Nice. When I talk to OEMs, the sense that I get is you can't mandate these things because then it's forced. It has to make business sense for a company to hire more women because at the end of the day, it's for profit organization, right? So why does it make business sense for MG to do this, and why MG has been one of the pioneers to sort of make sure that there is such a high percentage penetration of women?
First of all, I don't link business case to have high penetration women.
Sure.
Because both are same. Okay, in the world we live 50-50, it should be 50-50. So I don't think that is a factor for having a high penetration. The factor for high penetration is because we want to tell the world that they are also competent, capable, and they can manage the driving equally well.
Yeah.
So, and that's what we're messaging. See, profit is one of the company's objective, but there are a lot of messaging going out. We have to give employment, we have to be equal rights to everybody. There are a lot of messaging and branding happening.
Yeah.
We want, today everybody comes to you. You came to us because to check this part of the story.
Yeah.
Correct. So that is what we are trying to build up. It's nothing to do with profit.
Yeah.
That's why I told economic wise and environment wise, everything is equal for everybody.
And talk a bit about attrition. Is the attrition rate different for men and women at the shop floor?
At lower level, because most of the women working in the shop floor are recruited from local areas, so attrition is quite low. It's not so high.
Okay.
It's quite
And it's
low.
equal, same.
Same. There are no changes because they love to work here. So unless they get an opportunity or they get into personal engagement, they go out. Otherwise, there's no issue on that. At the senior level, definitely attritions are high because now many industries are growing up. So definitely they also want to have diversity. You have a trained, diverse workforce here. So sometimes you feel that it's okay for giving opportunity for these women to grow in the career also. So that's a message we are sending across.
Right. Is there any skilling programs that you run for women? And there are also moms returning from work. There are a lot of corporate programs that a lot of companies
have. So we have one program called Driver Back. That's not for shop floor, but for the corporate level. And even in Halol we have it.
Okay.
That's for those moms or those women who has taken a break. Maybe a break because
returning to work.
Maybe they got married and relocated.
Yeah.
Took a 6 months or 1 year break. They have to come back, or they go for family where they got 2 years break or something, and they want to come back. They give them an opportunity to get back to the. As we don't call internship, returnship we call it. Returnship we call it.
Like a reskilling program.
We do a reskilling. Then we engage them for 1 year. And many of these women who came under Driver Back, they are now working within a permanent role.
Nice.
So it's an opportunity for them to get engaged to a different industry. And we are not focused on the individual to be from auto background. It can be any background, giving her an opportunity to get into industry, taste the environment again. And if you are comfortable, join us in the journey.
Right. You're the second largest EV maker in the country. Do you think electrification and automation and a lot of more electronics into the car, that has sort of given this paradigm shift? Because if you look at just 5 years from now, when we had like 5% penetration or even lesser at an industry level, the penetration of women was almost negligible. But do you think electrification has led to this change? Because now it's a lot more automated, it's a lot more, you don't need that much of a very dangerous tasks per se.
First of all, there is no dangerous task in auto industry.
Yeah.
Let's not be scared of danger, because I told economically every station is very safe and friendly and easy to operate. You do not have any time.
Perception wise.
Yeah. So there was a perception in the past that body shop is very difficult and all that.
Yeah.
But today it's not so. It's very economically safe. And now I think there is no specific reason why we take women more. It's only a philosophy or a drive that company is doing it. Today, why we have Driver Back? It's something we have taken initiative to drive the women who has taken a break back to industry, which many are now copying from us. And it's a good thing to happen.
Yeah.
So these are some of the culture, new things evolving in the industry and people adopting it and trying to copy each other, and that's good for society.
Yeah.
So there is no specific reason why it is happening now.
But battery assembly units have sort of led to another area of opened up a new area of operations where women can contribute.
Yes, battery is one, I agree with you. There are a lot of precision works and good job they're doing it. Paint shop, no electronics. But again, there are huge concentration of women there. But there also you have a lot of fineness in the work. So they are doing a great job out there.
Right. What other departments, like for example R&D, I hear a lot of women because they were anyway like into engineering and software and coding becoming like a big thing now. Everything is electronically driven. Everything has to have a brain now. So how does that sort of, do you see those other areas developing as well?
Yeah. See, first of all, we don't have an R&D here. We have a product engineering team.
Yeah.
The product R&D is done in China for us.
Yeah.
Product engineering team works on the engineering aspect of the car for launching the car, and once the car is on the road, to support that engineering, we support that. And we have good amount of women, and these women are normally graduate engineers taken fresh from the college, and they are growing very well in the industry. They are like Gen Z. They have a flair for all the new technologies and new features. See, we may not use many features in the car, but they know in and out everything, and that's not the end of it. They bring in many new things to us from what's happening in the world, what's happening in other countries, what's happening in the other industry. They bring in to us, and they interact with other OEMs, not other manufacturers, and try to bring first in our industry, first in our car also. So that sort of mindset is really helping us.
Right.
So we are really blessed to have a big team out here.
Right. Lastly, just wanted to understand what other areas and industries apart from, like, we talk about shop floors now, we talk about boardrooms also, but then there are some ignored areas like dealerships. We never talk about women in dealerships. We never talk about the mid-level women where a lot of dropout happens. So what are these ignored areas where we need more improvement?
At dealerships also we are indirectly driving that, and we encourage them to have more women.
Right.
And we do that by our sales force, our company sales force, each zone, they have a lot of women.
Oh,
So
nice.
that itself gives a message that at dealership they do a good job. And if you go to MG dealership, you'll find a good percentage coming there. That's first part of it.
Right.
Dropouts, yes, dropouts happen due to personal reasons or due to marriage or whatever it is, but we have a program of driver back. So our company who has worked, definitely they have more always welcome.
Right.
But those who are not worked in the industry of auto, still they're welcome.
Right.
So we have a policy, we have a system where they're always welcome back to the industry. And you know, we are growing. We are growing very fast.
Yeah.
So huge opportunity available.
Yeah.
So anybody is welcome.
So any other areas of improvement and suggestions that you would want to leave us with in terms of what can happen, because you are against mandating it by policy, because
Yeah.
you're doing it organically.
Organically.
Right? It's not coming from the top that
No,
you
no.
have to have certain percentage. So that's again a good start that you are able to do it organically. What other suggestions and mandates can we sort of expect that can help this number improve, because you've had an ambitious target of 50%. So what are the things that can help us go there and cross that number?
Yeah. So now the one of the concern that we have is training the people. Okay, training is not just skilling up in a system everywhere. So now, as you said, attritions come through. So now from the shop floor, it is not an issue. We do a communication to the local. We go to local panchayat. We do a canvassing there and get the people from there. So that we do that. In fact, first of all, they had a resistance whether to work in industry or not. So once they come, then what we do, we send them back to go and tell them where you are, what you are today,
Nice.
compared to what others can be. So that's the messaging we do that to get more people on the more women on the shop floor. From the senior people, from the middle management level, we are getting from in local colleges, and that's coming in a good way. Colleges are very encouraging and supportive to give more women to us.
Nice. Thank you so much for setting the
Thank you.
benchmark, first of all, for such a high penetration number for women, and keep doing the good work. Thanks a lot for spending time with
Welcome.
Autocar
Thank you.
Professional.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye.